All right, Shalom. Let me start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Shemi Awashai, Bahashim Rakar Qadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the house of David. All right, I want to get into a quick topic, Lord willing, you know, about old bottles. All right, because people, the so-called elders today, they don't. It's very rare, that you see the elderly, grasping this truth. All right, like our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents, because a lot of people have become old bottles. They've been indoctrinated, by Esau for so long. You try to put new wine into an old bottle, it bursts, man. All right. So this is Matthew chapter 9, verse 14. It says, Then came to him the disciples of John, saying, Why do we and the Pharisees fast often, but thy disciples fast not? Um, yeah. Verse 15 says, And Yahushua said unto them, Can the children of the bride chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom was with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then shall they fast. No man putteth a piece of new cloth unto an old garment, for that which is put in it, for that which is put in to fill it up, taketh from the garment, and the rent is made worse. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish. But they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. All right, new wine into new bottles, man. All right, we got to come into this truth, as a new spirit, man, a new being. All right, the scripture says, be roughly paraphrasing, be in a Mashiach Yahushua, be a new creature. All right, we are new creatures as coming to the knowledge of this truth. All right, so we gotta throw away old sayings, sayings in this world, the idea and the philosophy of this world. All right, because the philosophy of this world, it comes from Esau, and it's false, man. It's false doctrination. You're gonna be destroyed by having the wine of Babylon, man. All right, which is the indoctrination of Babylon, man. All right, thinking that the woman is not beneath the man. Thinking that you don't have to follow the laws, statutes, commandments. All right, following the ways of Esau, man. This is that queen of heaven, all right, here in Babylon, man. All right, this is truly, a woman's paradise, man. That's why a lot of our women, they are very comfortable in Babylon, man. you know, but this place is going to be done away with. All right, this is real quick. John chapter 3 and verse 3. It says, Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. All right, you got to be born again, man. All right, in that new spirit. All right, so you can't be an old bottle, man. All right, the point of this lesson, you can't keep the ways of Babylon, man. You gotta become new. All right, because a lot of people in our generation today. Actually, a lot of the elders, so-called elders, they're old bottles, man. You can't tell them nothing, especially if you're younger than them. If you're younger than them, you almost got no chance unless that person, has that meek and humble spirit that the elect is going to come in. All right, the spirit to listen and learn, man. All right, because the truth is not here in these churches, man. The truth is coming out on the highways and byways, via the Israelites, man, the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, and predominantly starting with the men of GMS, starting with the apostles on down. All right, we got the truth according to the Bible, man. All right, we out there to feed the elect, to gather the elect. All right. And let me get Deuteronomy 32 and verse 7. Deuteronomy 32 and 7 reads, Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. All right, but you can't ask our elders now, all right, because they don't understand this truth, man. That's why we gotta search the scriptures, man. All right, the scriptures, it tells us about our ancestors, man. All right, our elders, man, and pretty much us in the reincarnation, man. All right, because these scriptures are us, man. All right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Holy Bible, this is our book. All right, this is our story, man, about our God, man, and us. The relationship with our God and us, and our downfall, and ultimately our come up, man. You know, But it says, remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy fathers, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee, man. All right, this is the ways of old, man. How our women called us Lord. This is how our men was treating our women right. Because we gotta balance it out, man. The men, the righteous men back in these days, when we laid down with a woman, we wasn't just laying down with her and kicking her to the curb, man. As an Israelite woman, we made her our wife, man. All right, because sex is marriage according to the scriptures, man. Even so especially for us men, this is how we come back to being kings, man. All right, and treating our women as they to be treated, and vice versa. This is the women, coming into submission to the man, man. All right, letting them lead, a righteous man lead, and trusting in them, man, because that righteous man, he's trusting in the Lord. So you're gonna be good if you trusting in the man of the Lord, and he's trusting in your how about Shem Yahushua, man, in all truth and sincerity, man. All right, so we got to come back, to the ways of the scriptures, man. But the elders today here, our so-called elders, man. All right, they don't got this understanding, man. All right, this understanding was given mostly to the youth, man. All right, because old new wine can't enter into old bottles, man. It just can't. All right. So let me get Job chapter 32 and verse 9, because we even had Jeremiah when he was a young man out there prophesying, man. The Lord, for the most part, he's dealing with the youth. All right, this is Job chapter 32, verse 9. It says, great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment, man. All right, these people, our people, the so-called elders, they don't understand judgment, man. All right, they don't know Yahweh about Shem Yahushua. They think that this place is going to dwell forever, man. All right, that's why you gotta listen to the apostles and the elders, man. All right, the real elders, man. All right, because your grandparents, your mom, all right, your dad, all right, they're not coming out the scriptures with this full truth, man. All right, they ain't got it, man. They don't got it, man. All right, it says, verse 9, says, neither do the aged understand judgment, man. Just because you pushing 50, pushing 40, all right, you pushing 60 years old, you got a lot of experience in this world. That don't mean you understand these scriptures. That don't mean you understand the judgment of Yahweh about Shem Yahushua. All right, the fact that that Babylon, which is America according to the scriptures, this place is going to be put down by 200 million nuclear missiles, man. All right, that's understanding judgment. All right, understanding judgment is knowing that 2/3 of our people and these all other nations outside the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they're going to be either destroyed or going into slavery, man. All right, or come back as a slave, man. You pick. That's understanding judgment. Understand that the wages of sin is death. So we are to keep these laws, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. That's understanding judgment, man. All right, learning the scriptures, knowing how to be a proper judge, man. All right, understanding the situations, you know, how to handle situations as a judge, all right? You know, as a king, man. All right, let me put this back on. All right, let me get Sirach chapter 42, verse 8. All right, it says, "Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish, and the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young. Thus shalt thou be truly learned and approved of all men living." You know, see, the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to give us that ability to withstand with the extreme age, man. All right, you know, we're contending with 40, 30, 40, 50-year-olds, man. You know, thinking they know something just because they've been around a long time. All right, but the Lord, He's not a respecter of persons, man. All right, He can be dealing with, you know, a 15-year-old and not be dealing with a 40-year-old, and that 15-year-old can be teaching a 40-year-old about the scriptures, man. Teaching a 40-year-old about the Lord, man. All right, because the Lord, He reveals His secrets, you know, and His mysteries to His prophets, man. All right, so you can't help, you know, if you in their 20s and somebody's in their 50s or 60s and they just can't get it. You know, the Lord, you know, He chooses spirits, man. All right, you know, it's either you're of the elect or you're not. You know, the elect is going to obtain this thing, man. All right, and the rest are going to be blinded, man. So if you're not of the elect, you know, you won't understand these scriptures, man. All right, you know, you won't understand it. All right, this is Romans chapter 11 and 7. It says, "What then? Israel have not attained that which ye seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded." You see that the rest of our people are going to be blinded from these scriptures, man. Only the elect of Israel is going to understand the mysteries of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. You know, everything is written in the scriptures, man. You know, 2/3 of our people are going to reject His word because they rejected Yahweh Shem Yahushua from the beginning, man. Since we came out of Egypt, still murmuring and complaining and keeping the ways of Egypt, man. All right, the ways of the so-called Africans, man. All right, we're not African, man. We're Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, so I pretty much hit the point, Lord willing, man. Lord willing, this video is edifying. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. GMS Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the house of David. All right, to the next lesson, I say shalom.